Hello, my lovely tea drinkers and podcast listeners, and welcome to episode 28 of the Comedian's Tea Party with Deaves. In this episode, I have got Nathan Caton for you. He is a very funny man. You will very likely have seen him on Mock the Week, or Live at the Apollo, or a brief appearance in Casualty. He's in Josh. He wrote on Rasta Mouse. All sorts. He's a very busy man. Does loads. Very, very funny. Very lovely man. So very pleased to have him on here. I have got a neighbour who every time I try to record this intro keeps cutting her grass. So I've taken a very brief moment to start chatting. Hopefully that doesn't start up again anytime soon. We discuss many things. We have a lovely chat. We talk about various different teas. Nathan talks about sorrel tea, which is he's having one from a brand called Dalgety. It's basically hibiscus tea, sorrel, just different word for it, same thing. But it sounds delicious, and it sounds similar to what I had, which was, and I believe I've had it on here before, which was Tea Pigs Upbeat. So, and that's one that they sent to me, so thanks to Tea Pigs. And thanks as ever to the Clean Tea Company, who are lovely. It's a lovely guy that runs that place, and before lockdown he was trying to get me to come along so I could do a live record they host their own tea parties, so looking forward to that. Very, very excited. My fiance started drinking his tea and really likes it, so it's good stuff. So go and check out the Clean Tea Company if you want some good mint tea. And Nathan is a massive Turtles fan, so we talk about the Turtles for a little bit. We try and decide which one we'd most like to be friends with and who we'd allow our daughter to come home with. Not our daughter together. We don't have a daughter together. Separate daughter. We could have a daughter together. It's 20. We don't want a daughter together. We're not romantically involved. I forgot to ask him about things to plug and his social links, so I'll chuck those in the outro at the end. So keep on listening, and you will hear those when we get there. So thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the episode. See you at the end. Bye.
Hello. How's it going, mate? Hope you're well. Thanks for having me on this podcast, man. Give me something to do. Lovely. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Anytime. That's very much the thing I've found during lockdown, is anyone that's come on has just been grateful to talk to somebody other than whoever they're living with.
Mate, don't get me started on that shit, mate. I mean, I love my girlfriend, but she can fuck off.
Well, that's going to be one of my questions, because obviously, like, a lot of your material was always about living with your mum.
Yeah.
Like, are you not living with her?
No, I moved out about 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago.
Oh, cool, man. Nice. Cool. How do you think that would have gone, being locked down with your mum, if you had been?
That would have done my head in as well, mate. Yeah. My mum and my girlfriend are scarily quite similar in that they both talk and annoy the fuck out of me. No, they don't. But yeah, I mean, I love them both, but I'm the kind of person, I like having my own space. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Eventually, I'm like, I need to be alone. Yeah. Because I'm just so used to it, doing stand up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, I like personal space. Like, so even if just leave me alone, let me play FIFA, let me just watch football, but just don't talk to me. Yeah. So yeah. My mum or girlfriend, oh gosh, I don't know how that would cope.
Oh man, what a concoction! Concoction? That's not the word. It works. Yeah, fine. Right. Yeah, sure. It's my brain's not really working. I think that's the biggest thing from lockdown. I've had like glimpses of my brain just working very well, and like just written a episode of a sitcom in a day. Like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, like, and it's cool. And then I'll spend the following week just unsure how to say my name.
Yeah, it's weird, mate. It's a write-off, man. It's a write-off.
Oh yeah, it doesn't exist. Like, I had a gig the other day, and I was driving home from that, and got sent off on some diversion. I drove down this little road, and then saw a house fully covered in Christmas decorations. And they were all on and flashing. It's about 1 in the morning.
Makes sense.
Like, sure.
Makes sense, mate.
Yeah, it's 2020, isn't it?
Yeah, probably haven't been out of the house since January, mate. Yeah, let's keep it there.
Yeah, fair enough. Makes sense. Have you been gigging?
Yeah, so I started, during lockdown, I was doing the Zoom gigs.
Yeah.
Which is alright. I mean, it's nowhere near. It's not like the real thing, and it's like having a wank compared to sex. You know what I mean, it's that kind of thing. It's like it's not the same, but you know we'll do.
Yeah.
Guys, we all came. Yeah, we all came. Yeah, they're cool. And then I did some driving gigs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, how were they?
Which have been surreal. I mean, it's because basically the audience is in a field somewhere. They just drive up, tune in their radio to your microphone.
Yeah.
And then they watch you on a big screen. But as a comedian, you can't hear them laughing.
Yeah.
So basically, instead of laughing, they just honk their horns.
Yeah. That's...
So all you're hearing is after your punchlines.
Yeah. That's so surreal.
Yeah, it's mad. But then you don't have to honk them because they're laughing or because they think you're shit.
Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah. It's quite good that way. I mean, I did an indoor gig the other day, which was very nice. It's all sort of socially distanced, and the problem with that is, like, the front row was just a little table at the front with two people on it, and the man of that couple. I don't do jokes that require groans. Like, that's not my thing.
Okay.
And it may well have just been his laugh, but at the end of everything I said, he went, it's like,
bloody hell!
But like, there's no one else near enough to him that I can sort of block it out. Yeah, it's just this guy.
Dude, I'd rather you just leave and have the silence.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to write clever stuff. It's not like I'm not doing wordplay or puns or anything. He's just going, sorry, man.
But yeah, gosh, random.
Yeah. Have you only done the driving gigs? Or you done any sort of?
No, like, I've done gigs in fields. I've done like festival kind of gigs. I've done a few indoors.
Yeah.
The Top Secret, and I've done some other indoor ones. Where was I this weekend? I did 99 Club indoors.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I mean the gigs are coming back slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Just baby steps.
Yeah. That's it. But then the ones that are coming back are at sort of reduced capacity anyway, so it's.
Yeah, that's the only thing. And then the fees kind of go down because or like they do like an early show and a late show, so I have to do twice the work for the same money.
Yeah. So, and I always find any problem. I was talking about this the other day at the gig, that like any time you double or like just do, especially when you're in the same venue, like if you're doing the same jokes in the second set, your brain just goes, "You've already said this," but was it in this set? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if you speak to someone, it's like, did I speak to you in the first show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still is the first show. Oh, right,
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's weird. Right, and now I have got an intro, so I should do that. But this happens like in every single episode so far. We'll ramble and we'll chat away, and this all stays in the podcast, so it's all there. But
okay.
So cool. About 3 minutes in, I generally go, "Oh yeah, I should start this." So. Hello and welcome to episode 28 of the Comedian's Tea Party with Deaves, with me, Deaves, and this episode my guest is Nathan Caton.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, it's cool. Like I love doing that because inevitably, like after that, you end up saying hello. We've already said hello. Like,
yeah, I know.
There'll be 2 sets of hellos staying in the podcast. It's all good.
Hello, how are you? You know who I am. I told you that to you.
Yeah, we've just had this conversation. Both conversations are staying in the podcast. So. Cool.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm very well. Yeah, I was on furlough during sort of most of the lockdown, and then made redundant. So now this is my job. I think it's not.
Think of it as a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. When there's no comedy circuit left, go pro. That's.
That should be the advert for all new comedians.
Yeah.
When there's no comedy circuit, go pro.
Yeah. I'll be the face of that campaign. 6 months crying in a ditch.
Yeah, you'd be crying in a ditch, but then you'd be like, but I'm still going to do Edinburgh.
I've got no choice. Yeah. I'll write a show about my experience. Oh, no, everyone else is going to do that. Thankfully, I already had a show in mind, completely unrelated to anything to do with lockdown, so it's all...
Were you going to go up?
No. Well, no, I wasn't. So I'm getting married in October next year.
Mate, congrats.
Oh, thank you very much.
Nice one.
Yeah, which is so it's very cool. But as a result, like all of my money is going towards saving for that and honeymoon and all the like. So yeah, it's unlikely that I was going to Edinburgh. But
I'll ask you a question if you don't mind me asking.
Go on.
Did you propose before lockdown?
I did, yeah, in December.
Okay. And now that you come out of lockdown,
yeah,
are you sticking with the proposal?
Yeah, I'll stand by it. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster.
I know me personally, if I propose before lockdown and after spending 5 months with my girlfriend, after lockdown, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, the wedding's off.
Yeah. No, well, we said about, I don't know, 2 months in when we were like, oh, it's going to end soon. But we were saying, like, you know, if this does last for a long time, if we get through this, then we'll get through anything. So
that's true.
Yeah.
That's
we've survived just about.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's only tried to kill me twice, so I'm doing all right, I think.
Oh, mate, that's nothing compared to me and my girlfriend. Me, I'm on a daily basis. I'm like, fucking one of these days.
Yeah, it's how. What did you move in like just before? No, 3 years ago. You said that already. Yeah. No,
I got my own place about 3 years
ago. Okay.
But my girlfriend only moved in at the end of 2019.
Oh, okay. So it's,
yeah, in the space of a few months, I went from living by myself to her moving in to her being there all the bloody time.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because the tough thing about that as well is obviously like end of 2019, sort of she's moving in around Christmas time, which is like a write-off anyway, because that doesn't really count as real existence.
Exactly.
And then like sort of January is sort of the fallout from December, so that still doesn't really count. And then you're like February, okay, maybe let's get used to life. Oh no, we're locked down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
now it's been March.
We've gone from 0 to 100 very quick.
Yeah. How's it going though?
Well, she's back at work now, so it's great.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I get the daytime back to myself.
Yeah.
And then because I'm starting gigging again, so a lot of evenings now I'm going out. So it's how it should be.
Yeah.
That our relationship is built on not seeing each other at all.
Absolutely. Yeah. She's out during the day. You're out during the evening. It's perfect.
Yeah. It was. It literally was. It worked beautifully because like I like having my space. She likes having her space. And then like even like on Saturdays, for example, before lockdown, Saturdays I would go out to watch football or I'd be away gigging for the weekend.
Yeah.
So she'd have like Saturdays and Sundays to herself, and then I'll come back Sunday evening, and then we'd have time together with them.
Yeah. As it should be, as nature intended.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to spend all the time together. I'm like, mate, come on. No.
Yeah, nobody needs that.
I need to talk to you again.
That's it. Like because I remember when they announced that like it was day 100. And like, because my fiance works from home anyway, like just normally, and I'm not normally here. So we realised on day 100 that we'd spent out of 2,400 hours, we'd spent like 2,320 hours together at least, which is that's too much. I feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
She feels sorry for herself as well.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. I mean, like during lockdown, like I would do things like I would go to Tesco's or something. Like I don't need anything, but I just want to get out of the house to get away, and so like have that time to myself. Yeah.
I started running a lot more.
Yeah. If I would run, but I wouldn't come back. So
in that you'd die from the exercise, or you'd get out there and go, oh, I'm free, just keep running.
Yeah, the latter. I'd run and run and run. I'd be like Forrest Gump, just keep running.
Yeah. Find yourself in Edinburgh and go, oh, there's nothing to do. I'll run back. Yeah, it's been long enough. So, I mean, what were you up to? Like, were you doing any sort of writing? And
yeah, there's a few things. I mean, well, I'm always writing like stand-up material because I try and stay current and stuff. So I've got I wrote like a routine about COVID and stuff, and about being at home with my girlfriend. I wrote a poem which has gone into a comedy set about lockdown with my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Which I've entitled it. It's called "I Love You, but Can You Just Fuck Off Now, Please."
That sounds good, man. I'd ask to hear it, but obviously save it for the stage. Well, so you're playing Ross's gig, Ross McGrain, in down the road from my house in a couple of weeks. That was
in Shoeburyness.
Yeah, Shoeburyness Hotel. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm about a 5-minute walk from there.
Oh, sweet, man.
Yeah.
Are you on as well?
Well, I don't know. I sent him a message and I was like, what are you doing, man? Book me for that gig. I was supposed to play it in March and obviously it got pulled. So, yeah. So I was like, oh, yeah, just book me for this one. That's all good. And he's not responded. So it's fine. He was on holiday last week. That's when I messaged him. But he was replying to other messages. He's replied to other messages since. It's fine. It's fine. You know, he'll book me at some point. But yeah, if not, I'll try and pop down.
Cool. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah. I mean, I think there's 2 shows. I think so.
Yes, there is. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, another example of 2 shows to make up the money. Yeah. It's all right though.
I mean, it's better than nothing. I'll much rather do that than stay at home and do nothing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Plus, if anything, it's making up for lost time. There's a lot of lost gigs. So, I mean, would you advise to go to the second one? Because the first one is often going to be remembering material.
Well, no. Go to either. But I will promise to be on form for both shows.
That's very admirable.
I will endeavour anyway.
Yeah, if he books me for that, go to the second one. No, it's fine. I've been gigging. It's all good. I had my first indoor show 2 weeks ago, something like that, and like it was ticketed. It was a lovely like set up gig, but it's essentially I was just headlining an open mic, and he was letting me do 20 minutes to sort of remember my set. And it was ticketed, so he was like, "Oh yeah, people will come," and there was like 3 real people there. And I essentially had a breakdown on stage, which was, it's good. That's very much my niche. It's just have a breakdown.
I've done during lockdown I did some of the online Zoom gigs.
Yeah,
but some of them there's no audience. So, there's audience, but you can't hear or see them.
Yeah. So it's just you screaming into a void. Yeah,
I'm just talking in sound, and mate, I felt like I was having a proper breakdown there.
Yeah.
This is turning into therapy, mate.
Yeah. That is, that's very similar to because I avoided doing any of the Zoom gigs. Like I did sort of a couple of panel show type things.
Okay.
And for the listeners, I just did air quotes. Anyone's listening to that, and they're like, "Oh, we did panel shows." No, I did quote unquote panel shows. They were good fun, and like a couple of things on the radio and stuff, but nothing like I didn't perform any comedy as such. I was just funny, which is still good. Like it greases the wheels. And I was recording a few podcasts, which is good, and I was doing some writing and stuff. But yeah, I avoided doing the Zoom gigs. But I did think that if I was going to do them, like I can become quite insular on stage. So I imagine that it just would have been similar to that, same level of breakdown. Yeah, so I'm sure it would have been fine, but we'll never know. I don't know. Well, they're still going, aren't they? The Zoom gigs. There's still a few of them. So.
I think I got offered one earlier today, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think people are still doing online stuff. I think, especially in areas where like there's more tightened lockdown.
Yeah.
Online is like it's just easier. I think people have seen now that they can do comedy online without having to like leave their house and stuff. So I think these online gigs, even though it's not as good as the actual live gigs, I think it is kind of elements of it will be here to stay.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think I've seen some of them that can work really, really well. Yeah. And it's, like it's a thing unto itself, and it's you got to learn to sort of perform for them.
Yeah. It's a different kind of skill set.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It is cool. And yeah, I will get involved in doing some, because it's a good way to reach a bigger audience as well, isn't it? Because
online is the way, isn't it? I mean, it's all like social media and all online stuff now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like doing Edinburgh shows and stuff. So yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, interesting thing. Like I downloaded David O'Doherty's special that he released during the lockdown, that he recorded in his car. So not even like on Twitch or anything. He just went into his car with his little keyboard and did the show that he would have done on tour.
Oh, okay,
and
cool.
It was great. It was still really, really funny. Like you could tell there were the bits where he'd sort of like he'd go off on like little tangents and that, but you could tell that he'd be doing that with an audience, and he was still doing it in the same way as though the audience would be sort of responsive. If that makes sense. And yeah, it's really interesting to hear, and sort of change my mind about how Zoom gigs should work. Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah.
Carl Donnelly did, I think, like a run through of new material for his what would have been his Edinburgh show this summer.
Oh, okay.
So he said like scraps of paper and stuff, and he stood it like on his Facebook page, and he's just going through stuff for like an hour.
Yeah,
and
really.
He said it worked.
Oh, nice. Interesting. Well, that is interesting because like I wrote quite a few bits that like when I've got to live gigs, I've sort of looked at it and gone, oh, I don't think that'll work actually. Like, and I started saying it out loud and just like, oh no, I'm not sure. But I feel like if I'd worked through that on like off of paper online, I may have been able to sort of get it to work in a different way, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, I think as long as the audience know what it is they're tuning into, what they're buying into, I think it's fine. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the thing. Like, I had. Do you know Amy Matthews?
No, I don't.
No, she's she's based in Scotland. She's actually from Essex, but she moved up there for uni, I think, and just started comedy up there. Sort of said, "Oh, this is good." So stayed there.
Okay.
But she did she's playing the stand at Monkey Barrel all the time, and she did one of the first stand online gigs, and there was like someone contacted her on Twitter afterwards and said, "Oh, that was like it's ridiculous. Like if I'd come to see that at the stand, like and paid to come and see it at a weekend, like kind of I'd ask for my money back." It's like, yeah, but like if you'd come to see that and someone had acted as though they were online, then of course, like that. But also they wouldn't get booked. So
yeah, no. Imagine that doing a live gig and then just swiping an imaginary screen.
Yeah, right. That's my time. Where's the button? Ridiculous thing to say.
Oh no! No, I think someone should do that. I don't know if anyone's done it yet, but a comedian should do that.
Yeah.
For a laugh. Just see what happens. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
I think that'd be one of those like jokes for the comedians as opposed to the audience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's worth doing. Worth throwing away at open mics at least for sure. Just turn up like, where's the button gone? Oh, I'm on stage. Sorry. Yeah. Nice. Right now, just before we started doing this, I put a question on Facebook just to see if anyone wanted to ask you any questions. I've got one so far. I'll check back in a bit, but it's from Paul Savage, and he asked, "How do you include faith in your set without being called a Christian comedian?"
Oh gosh, I don't even know. You know,
it's an interesting because I personally wasn't aware that you did include faith, but you discussed that in your stand.
Yeah, because I'm Christian. I was raised Christian. Although and I'm now in an interfaith relationship because my girlfriend's Hindu.
Oh right.
But I don't know. I guess with all things, like be it religion, politics, or just anything like in the news, right? I come here from my opinion. I'm not like trying to bash you over anything. Like you must agree with me. You must agree with me. It's just my opinion, what I feel, my experiences. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. But I'll make a joke out of it, and we can agree that what I'm saying is funny. Yeah. So I guess that's how I would do it. I guess how I do it. Like I talk about coming from a Christian background or whatever. But yeah, it's not in a preachy or overly preachy way.
So presumably it's like more personal than like this is stuff about Christianity. It's like this is how exactly. I'm a Christian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all personal anecdotes which made into like funny jokes and stuff. Yeah,
nice. Oh, cool. Very well answered. I didn't expect any serious questions to come up, and I was like, oh, that's really good. I feel like I should ask that.
Yeah, that's the first time someone's asked me that. So, Paul, sweet. Thanks for that question, mate.
Oh, yeah, cheers, Paul. And I think I'm probably going to have him on here at some point as well. Do you know Paul?
Yeah, I know Paul.
Yeah. I've got some now. Originally, I used to call these emergency questions, and I didn't realise that was a Richard Herring thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I've renamed them T-emergency questions.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Right? What is your... So you're drinking sorrel tea?
Yes, sorrel and ginger tea.
Oh, okay. That's quite similar to what I'm drinking, because so sorrel is also known as hibiscus.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. And that's so, because I didn't realise, I had to look up what sorrel was, and it turns out it's just another name for hibiscus. But it's often a Jamaican, like Caribbean.
Yeah, right? In the West Indies, it's very, very popular.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, well, you can have it hot or cold. I first drank Sol. I first got introduced to Sol as a cold drink because at Christmas, in a lot of Caribbean households, Sol is made and is drunk a lot at Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Basically, like you get the. Yeah. Sorry.
I could see that. Yeah, it's got a Christmassy sort of tinge to it.
Yeah. So basically, you get the petals from the plant, and then you just boil it.
Yeah.
And it produces like this dark red. Actually, I've got this bottle. I bought a box. I thought you might want to see. Obviously, for the podcast listeners, they can't see it, but for you, like, I don't know if you can see. That's the color it comes out with.
Oh yeah.
But that's the ready-made one, right? Where you just syrup and you just add water.
Right. Okay.
But if you boil it, and then you add in like cinnamon and whatever sweetener you want, leave it in the fridge for a few days, and then that's the Sol drink.
Oh.
And then you can have it hot, as in like just
like
put like Sol in tea bags and just add hot water.
Oh, cool. Oh, nice. So you actually make the. I mean, you said you had a box for this one, so presumably you didn't make the one that you're drinking now.
No, it comes in comes in a box like that. That's the company. It's a Dalgety.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like this, but it's in a red box.
I'm gonna write that down.
And yeah, well, basically, it depends. You can get this in a certain. Well, you can get it in like Afro-Caribbean, Asian grocery shops.
Oh, okay.
Or, well, it depends how diverse your area is. You can get it in a world food aisle in like certain supermarkets, but it depends on like what kind of world food aisle supermarket you have.
Yeah.
Like, where I live, I'm lucky. There's a massive like Afro-Caribbean and like Asian population.
Yeah.
Community. But I've been to some like Tesco's or like Asda, and the world food aisle is basically just like a shelf of like rice and noodles.
Yeah. Like I live next to an Asda pretty much, and the world food aisle has got like a bunch of. It has got like some sort of niche like Chinese stuff, even though there's not a big Chinese community around it. There's actually more of an African community. But the world food aisle has got like some Asian stuff, and then like Pop-Tarts and Yum Yums. Like,
oh yeah, the American stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. It's from the world, but I'm not sure that's really like you could have that. It's also in the like dessert aisle and the baked goods aisle, so you know.
Yeah, American imports. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's world foods.
Yeah, it's not.
But yeah, you can get that in like certain shops. See, this but it's red and Sol and ginger tea.
Oh, nice.
And basically, it's just tea bags. But it looks exactly like ordinary tea bags. Like I'll show you this one. This is the honey and ginger one. Just a regular tea bag.
Oh yeah.
And then just add hot water, and then if you want, you can add a bit of like some cinnamon or sugar or something because it's quite sharp. It's quite hot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
It's got like a sharp kind of cranberry, raspberry kind of aftertaste to it.
Yeah.
So you might need like a bit of sweetener or something to kind of just smooth it a little bit, or soothe it a little bit.
Round it out.
And then that's it. Just have it hot.
Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, I've got something very similar actually. It's Tea Pig's Upbeat, because like Tea Pigs are one of the companies that sent me loads of tea.
Okay.
So yeah, but this one is it's Upbeat. It's their beetroot tea, but it's 50% hibiscus, 21% beetroot, 19% ginger, 6% green tea, 4% carrot.
Okay.
But it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, I think that sounds like quite like a earthy, wholesome, like more than one of your 5 a day, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, I can't remember how much of it I've got left, but if I see you on the 24th, I'll bring some down for you. I'll bring you a bag.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah. Well, okay, do you have it? Do you put like sugar in it or just water?
No, I'll just have it just water. Yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, sweet, mate. Oh, no, this is the wrong one. I don't know how much in the Sol.
I can understand the sort of the tart taste that you refer to afterwards, but I quite like it. I don't have sugar in tea or anything, so
okay.
I like a savoury thing, but I think it's quite a nice sort of. It doesn't leave a horrible aftertaste afterwards. It's just there is something there, but yeah. I like it.
Do you have it with anything or just by itself?
No, just by itself.
Okay. No, some people like they have to have like biscuits with their tea, no matter what the tea is.
Oh yeah. No, I can't think of a biscuit that would work in that. Maybe, don't know. Like maybe one of those like the sugary ones that have got currants in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of those. That could work. That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking like for the Sol tea, I've never had any biscuits with it. But I was thinking if I was to have a biscuit, like it'd have to be something like maybe a jammy dodger or like a fig roll.
Yeah. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh man, let's just do this at some point. Meet up and just drink loads of tea. That'd be well.
Hey, I'm game.
Yeah. So is sorrel tea your favourite tea? Would you say?
Ooh, no, probably ginger.
Okay.
But then no, well, yeah, probably. Gosh, I definitely have ginger more often than sorrel.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's a good question actually. Because I like sorrel though.
Yeah. Oh, I like this. I like the dilemma.
Okay, but ginger is with the soul in the tea, so I don't know. That's a good. Oh, it's a close 1 and 2.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Like the Brexit divide.
Yeah,
52-48. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, well, I've got another tea from Tea Pigs, which is. Do you know what? I've got a few. I'll just bring you a selection of tea. Okay. I'll make a note of that. I do that quite often. I just bring selections of tea for people. But likewise, people bring me tea as well, so it's all good.
Okay, in that case, I'll bring the soul if you want then.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Let's do that. Yeah, wicked.
Right, wicked, mate.
Oh
well,
yeah.
It's like such a tame drug deal.
Yeah. Oh, this is brand Deaves. It's very much smacks of me. Yeah, no, I've got one from Tea Pigs, which is lemon and ginger, which is just 50% lemon, 50% ginger, and that
sounds lovely.
It's tasty. Yeah, I'll bring that down for you.
And if you got a sore throat as well, that must be the trick.
Great. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, but I've got several from Twinings as well, from their Super Blends range that are also sort of they fit that category. There's one from I can't remember what's in it, but Cole Donnelly and I described it as a Christmas ramen tea. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Because it tastes like ramen that you would have at Christmas. And that doesn't make sense until you have it. And then you go, this is exactly what that is.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll bring that for you as well. I got loads. I got like so much tea. Yeah, it's really good.
Are you like a tea connoisseur? You just collect all the different teas?
No, well, I didn't start off as one, but I liked the idea of drinking a lot of different teas. And I wanted to have a podcast, so I just emailed some tea companies. It was like, "Can you send me some tea?" And I'll talk about it with comedians, and they're like, "Yeah, absolutely." So,
wicked.
Yeah, so I've just tried loads of different ones. It's fucking great. Cool. So favorite tea? Not sure. I like that. So, like, when you have ginger tea, like, what sort of thing would you have for that? Like, just ginger?
Yeah, just ginger, mate. Like, sometimes I use 2 tea bags, real man, innit?
Yeah. Of just ginger.
Yeah, ginger, mate.
Good grief.
Like early in the mornings, like sometimes before I go gym, because I can't eat before I go gym.
Yeah.
So I'll just have some ginger tea.
Nice.
And then that keeps me going.
Is it really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Nice.
Kind of like it settles your stomach, and it keeps you just. I don't know, it keeps me full, whatever, for a few hours until I get back and have breakfast.
Oh, really? Oh, I've never had just like pure ginger tea. I'd be intrigued to find some. I'm going to write it down. It's a good thing about having a pad. It's just writing down ginger tea. Oh.
Yeah, or I've got honey and ginger as well.
Oh, okay, nice.
But I prefer to just have just pure ginger tea, and then if I want, I'll just add a little bit of honey, like pure honey in a bottle.
To flame
rather than
nice. So but well, I mean, you said as well that you are more of a hot chocolate person than tea anyway.
Yeah, I drink a lot of hot chocolate.
Yeah,
because I'm a baby.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough, man. I absolutely love hot chocolate. Like, what's your have you got like a machine or anything, or
No, I wanted to get one. I was going to ask one for like my birthday or Christmas, but I don't know why, but I didn't ask. I might. Actually, my girlfriend did ask me the other day what I want for my birthday, so I might actually thank you for reminding me. I might put it on the list.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hot chocolate machine.
I got my dad a coffee machine for his, was it birthday? Yeah.
The one with the little capsules and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and
nice.
I went round to his house the other day, and like, my mum doesn't like coffee, but she does love hot chocolate. So they've got like 3 different types of hot chocolate ones. Looks amazing.
Oh,
so
gosh,
I would recommend that. But also, like over Christmas, we had a couple of my friends round, and my fiance was talking about how she misses the Costa hot chocolate with a black forest gatto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like a couple of days later, we get a knock on the door. Open door, delivery man. What's this? It's a weird parcel. It's a fucking massive bottle of the syrup, Black Forest Gatto syrup. My mate bought it for us and sent it over. It's amazing. So
quality.
Yeah, now I just occasionally have one of those, and it is delicious.
Do you know who else does good hot chocolate? I mean, yeah, Costa Coffee do good hot chocolate. At Christmas time, Starbucks do a peppermint hot chocolate.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds like the sort of thing that on the way to a gig. Like, I went to my first drive-through Starbucks the other day, and previously I was like, what's the point in them? Like, I only ever stop when I need a wee, but like, I was driving home from, I went for a weekend away with my fiance, and like, driving back, I was like, oh, I'm a bit tired, but I don't want to actually stop. Like, I've already stopped, had lunch, and like, I just want to get back. And then she was like, I'll just stop at the drive-through one. And I was like, oh, all right, I'll give it a go. Oh, revelation. Best thing ever. It was amazing. And yeah. So what I'm envisioning now is driving to a Christmas gig where I'm like, oh, I'm not looking forward to this, because you never do Christmas gigs. They're always horrible. And then just perk yourself up with a peppermint hot chocolate.
I've done that.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely delightful.
Oh, mate. Peppermint hot chocolate. I don't know if it's just like peppermint, but, mate, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like cracking or something, because it's so addictive.
Yeah. Yeah, I like a nice peppermint sort of just flavouring in anything. I've got a few nice peppermint teas. There's a company called...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll bring you some. Because there's a company called the Clean Tea Company, who I like mentioning them because they are the only independent brand to have sent me some tea. So I want to support them. But yeah, they sent me a box of, what's it called? Moroccan mint gunpowder green tea. And it is incredible. It's like... Because you know, quite often when you have like peppermint stuff, you'll just get that feeling like it's gone straight through your sinuses and your eyes hurt. Like, it has that, but it's just the flavour's there and it clears your sinuses, but it doesn't hurt. It's delicious.
Is it refreshing? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'll bring you a bag of that as well. I've got so much tea, man. Just yeah. Right. Other tea emergency questions. Are farts funny?
Yeah, of course it is, mate. Funny. Of course it is.
Absolutely. Like, my fiance is convinced that they're not funny, but every time that I fart in the house, I find it hilarious.
It's funny. I mean, yeah. It's funny. Come on.
It's
a weird sound coming from your arse. It's funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, just when you get the ultimate fart, which is like Barney Gumble's burps. Do you know what I mean? Where you can feel your arse go. Oh, it's great. You can't beat it.
No, yeah, it's funny. Come on, sometimes like, when I go to my mum's house, for example, right, we'll be sitting there chilling out, and I'll let one off, and I won't say anything, and then she'll be like, "Bloody hell, Nathan!" I'm laughing for ages.
Yeah,
it's funny.
It's always funny. Good, right? Good. That is the definitive. Oh, what's this one? Right. This came up from a conversation that I had with Brennan Reese, where he was telling a story about how his friend nearly died when they were in the sea. Or he nearly died. I can't remember what it was now, but like one of them nearly died in the sea. And I said, if your friend had died while you're in the sea with them, would you tell their family or would you make up a lie and run?
Is that a question for me?
Yeah. If you were in a situation where one of your friends died doing something where... Because, so, like, the current was strong and they knew they shouldn't have gone out. So, like, if you were getting up to no good, some kind of hijinks, and they were injured or died, would you tell their family?
Hey, I thought this was going to be a light-hearted chat about tea, mate.
Yeah, it's not until I really started getting into that question that I was like, this is too dark.
This turned quick.
Yeah.
I would honour my friend and at least tell his family.
Yes. That's fair.
I wouldn't be able to. My conscience wouldn't let me get away with that. I'd have to say something, man. Yeah.
I'd probably, if I was going to lie, I'd sort of twist it around and be like, look, I was dying and he saved me. And that's how he died. And they'd be like, oh, he died a hero. Just like, yeah, he didn't die an idiot. He died a hero. It's fine. There's a real difference. I was the idiot, but then they'd blame me. I'm not sure I would tell that lie. I'd just say, oh yeah, he was being an idiot and he died. Yeah.
Yeah, just say that instead.
Yeah. That feels safer. I'm sorry I brought that up. That is horrible. Right, now, so how old are you, if you don't mind my
35.
asking? 35?
Yeah.
Yeah, same age as me.
Cool.
When's your birthday?
November.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're nearly 36, yeah. I've only just turned 35.
All right, you baby.
But, right, now, here's the important question that is coming on from that. Because, so, you're around the same age as me, and I've sort of started to get there, but not quite. Do you drink tea in hot weather to cool you down? Or do you think that's a fallacy?
Not to cool me down, but I drink it because it's nice.
Yeah, that's fair. I drink tea because it's nice. Never in hot weather have I thought I'm going to drink tea to cool me down. Because everyone reckons that it regulates your body temperature, don't they? That's what they say. I just find that if I drink hot drinks when it's hot, I sweat. Which is surely the natural response.
Yeah, that should be, that sounds like normal science.
Yeah, like, surely. Yeah, good. Okay, those people are idiots. Great. That is... I'm gonna tell everyone.
Okay, but would you drink hot drink on a hot day because you feel like it, not because you're hot?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
quite often, like sometimes I'm driving to a gig and I always like to have a tea on my way to the gig.
Mm.
And sometimes it's a really hot day, but I'm like, I've got to have tea. I really want tea. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, but I'll the whole time I'm driving along thinking I'm too hot. I shouldn't be drinking tea, but I really want tea. So.
Just turn up to the gig sweating for no reason.
Yeah. Just like, do you have a stressful journey? Not really. No. Drank a lot of tea. So I wanted to bring it up with you because I don't know where that sentence is going. I wanted to bring it up with you because I thought it was relevant. I used to work at the Cliffs Pavilion Theatre in Southend.
Oh yeah.
And I can't remember how long ago it was. I don't know if you can remember. I don't know how good your memory is, but many years ago. You were doing a middle spot on a gig in the Maritime Room downstairs, which is like the bigger of the two function rooms down there. I've got no idea who else was on that gig, but I just remember you were in the middle and I was just doing sound. But it was watching you on that gig. Right, like I'd always been a fan of stand-up, and like a mate of mine ran a club in Southend, and I went to that quite often. And like I'd always watch the shows when they're on sort of upstairs. Like we had, like Lee Evans coming through and Omid Jalili and sort of like massive acts from then, and still massive acts. But I just remember watching you do that middle spot, and just like you absolutely smashed that gig. Like it was amazing. And I think that was a sort of a turning point in my mindset, because I hadn't quite decided whether or not I wanted to do comedy. I just knew that I really liked it, and I watched you doing that, and I was like, I want to do that. That looks amazing. So it was cool. I just wanted to let you know that you were quite an inspiration on my career.
I thought you were going to say that you were so shit. I thought, I can do that.
Anyone can do that. Jesus, yeah. No, not at all. No, I thought it was incredible. I can't remember what material you were doing back then, but like it was. How long ago would that have been? Do you?
I've done it a few times though, so I'm not sure.
All I remember is you were in the middle of two white guys. that's all.
That gig.
Yeah, you know the one. Like, yeah, it's in Southend. They're normally mostly black gigs. No, obviously not.
No, I don't remember what it was, man. Because I've done Cliffs a few times, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I can't remember if... I think the Curb gig was still running then, so I don't know if it would have been Curb or Joker when it was running in there.
Was it? I've done it when it's been Curb, Joker, and I think Christian Knowles as well.
Oh, really? I didn't
mate,
know.
I've been going for ages now, man. Yeah, I don't know which one it was, but thank you though, man.
Yeah. No, I can't remember it. I just remember that like it was getting really close to the start time and the opener hadn't turned up yet. And then we were panicking. And then I think you turned up first. So we were like, should we ask him to go first? But like I didn't know how gigs ran at the time, so I was just like, he can go. What? Like, why not? Surely. Yeah. I can't remember who was emceeing either. No, I remember nothing from that gig except for thinking that you were really good.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. It feels like a weird sort of blowing smoke up your ass, but no, it's just really good. And I just remember thinking, but that's I should point out as well. Like I've never watched a comedian and thought like I could do that. Like I could do a better version of that or whatever, which I think a lot of people do. Like some people will watch comedy and they're like, oh, this isn't comedy how I like it. Like I always found myself, I'd be watching comedy and thinking, oh, I think I've got an original take on that I haven't seen anybody do before. So that was my thing. So it was never watching you going, I could do that. That's easy. Like, it wasn't that at all.
I could do his black stuff.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I wanted to finish it off before it got too cold.
Oh yeah, the soul's cold, but it's okay. I still drink it. It's fine.
Yeah, well, like you say, you can drink it cold, which had never occurred to me before, but I suppose you can because it's still quite a sort of a fruity drink, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh mate, cold. It tastes lovely.
Yeah.
It's very sweet and very sharp, but I mean, if you got a sweet tooth, it helps. I don't have sweet tooth, but it's still nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I haven't got a sweet tooth either. Well, have I? I suppose. No, that's the weird thing. Like, given the opportunity, I'd have salt popcorn over sweet popcorn.
Yeah.
But also, I will eat 4 chocolate bars in one sitting. So, I don't know.
It's like food, mate.
Yeah. I'm quite convinced that there is genuinely a different stomach for desserts because I'll get completely full on whatever I'm eating and then go, cheesecake? Yeah, go. No, the whole thing. Yeah, let's go. I just eat endless amounts of cheesecake and then be fine. And occasionally I'll throw up. But yeah, I'm only human.
My aunt, when she goes to a restaurant, she orders backwards. So she has to order dessert first.
Yeah.
And then she'll order main. Dessert for her is like the main course.
Like,
so work backwards.
So she'll eat it in the wrong order.
No. She'll eat it in the right order, but
order it in the wrong order.
Instead of ordering the starters, main, dessert, she looks at the dessert first to see what she's going to have at the end, and then she'll decide on what main and starters go before that.
Amazing. I like that. I respect that in a very weird way. That is, yeah. Okay, for a second, I thought you were going to say that she should just eat all the food in the wrong order, which is, I'd probably have some kind of anxiety attack.
Oh, yeah. We're having garlic bread. She's having fucking chocolate fudge cake and shit.
Yeah. Oh, that does sound good. But if I was doing that, you can't eat dessert first. So if I was going to eat dessert first, I'd also have to have 2 more courses of dessert.
Okay, dessert and dessert.
Yeah. But I suppose with one of those, you could, well, not one of them. It'd have to be the starter. You could have a cheese board, which is still a dessert.
Oh yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah. Put some cranberry with it. It's still sweet. So
yeah.
Not that I do that. I've never had a cheese board at a restaurant.
Well, I'm lactose intolerant, so I never have cheese board.
Yes, wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you had any sort of vegan cheeses or anything, or you just got no interest in?
I've had lactose-free cheese. That's what I buy when I go shopping.
Oh, okay.
It's alright. I mean, it's still nice. Obviously, it's not a real thing, but it'll do.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I my friend is you know him, Matt Adlington. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
Matt.
I was going to say because I was admiring your turtles. The wall hanging there.
For the listeners, I've got turtles in my room.
Yeah. Ninja Turtles, not the animal.
Oh yeah.
Not the reptile.
No turtles were harmed during the filming of this podcast.
Yeah. So we started and consequently gave up a podcast ages ago called The Podcasting Peas, which is just a podcast all about sort of nostalgic stuff, like stuff from our youth. Mm-hmm. And we've decided we're going to restart it. We're going to do it again. And Matt was saying that we'll do a turtle. We want to do it's going to largely be me and him chatting, but we're also going to do special episodes where there's sort of the franchise has sort of gone into. So we want, in one episode, we want to talk about a TV show, a computer game from our youth, and some music or something like that, or a book or whatever. So we're going to do special episodes with, for instance, the Turtles, where there was a TV show, computer games, loads of computer games, books, all sorts, figures, and Matt was like, "Oh yeah, we'll get Nathan to do that." So
okay,
expect that call at some point.
Yeah, give me a shout, man. I'm more up to talk about Turtles, man.
Yeah. I did because he told me about it, and I feel like I'd heard something about you liking Turtles at some point. It probably is him telling me. But yeah, now seeing your room there, is that a spare room or?
Yeah, spare room / office.
Yeah. I like it, and it's just so. Is that Donatello on the
Yeah,
behind
so that's the only time my girlfriend bought me that
It's
a
really
few
cool.
birthdays ago. So I think that's on my 30th actually. She bought me that.
Nice.
And then I've got that, which is basically whenever people buy me stuff, it's always Turtles because they know that's my go-to.
Yeah.
So I've got that, and then I've got a bunch of that little Turtles figures. I don't get it on my windowsill, like this kind of stuff.
Oh, wicked! Yeah.
And then on my shelf up there, I've got my box action figures and larger Turtles teddies that people have bought me.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I've got like Turtles t-shirts and all that kind of stuff in my actual room.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I remember. I one of my most regularly watched things when I was younger was the VHS of How It All Began.
Still got it.
Yeah.
Still got it.
I knew if I brought it up, you'd be like, "Yeah, I've got that." We'll save the gold for the podcast in peace, but you know, we'll give them a glimpse here. Get everyone in.
Yeah. Don't, mate. I've got so much Turtle stuff to unload, mate. It's okay.
Yeah. It's all packed up. Have you got the games in that? Like, do you play computer games?
I've got the Turtles game on my old PS3, but to be honest, the Turtles video games, as much as I love the Turtles, the video games are doo-doo. They're crap.
Yeah, they've all been shit. Yeah,
because the gameplay is just rubbish. You can't really you do one thing, it's like okay, and that's it.
Yeah,
and every level kind of is like the same thing. It's like okay, I did this in the last level. Yeah, the gameplays are awful.
Yeah. Do you know the best Turtles game that I ever played? I had on the ZX Spectrum.
Okay.
And that was like it's just like a platform type thing, but it's quite similar to Do you ever play the Michael Jackson Moonwalker game?
I have. I didn't have it, but I have played it.
Yeah, it's quite similar to that. But so like you'd go along and just do this sort of like platform thing, and then I've just remembered there was like a sort of a top-down 3D thing where you'd walk from one building to another, and you'd have to sort of hide from the foot soldiers sort of walking around. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's probably one cool thing. But the actual gameplay itself was like nice, boy.
Yeah, they're all rubbish. Why are they all so rubbish? There's so much scope for them to be amazing.
I think because they just aim it too low. I think they go for like 5-year-olds as opposed to like grown men in their 30s.
The adults that grew up with it, the real supporters.
Yeah, exactly. Not this new generation. No shit.
Yeah. You talk to those kids about like the original animatronic films. I remember watching a documentary of them making the turtles' mouths move, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is cutting edge technology! Like, it's never going to get better than this." Yeah. And there's Casey Jones, like, yeah, man, it's great."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was my favourite character.
Oh, Casey.
Yeah. Well, second favourite. I don't know. Outside of the main characters, obviously.
Oh,
the turtles reign supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would be your favourite turtle then?
I mean, I want Michelangelo.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
the fun guy.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Michelangelo, it'd be Raphael.
Okay.
The overlooked.
No one ever says Leonardo.
No, which is a shame because he seems like a solid dude.
Yeah, but it's the thing that he's a noble guy, but it's like that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's a good guy. Sure. No one wants that today.
He's the kind of boy that, like, if you're a mum, you want your daughter to bring home a guy like him. But it's nothing spectacular about him. Just a safe option.
Yeah. That's what I'll if I have kids, that's what I'll be like. You bring home Leonardo, please.
You bring home Leonardo. Come on.
Yeah.
You mean someone green with a shell? Yeah.
Be friends with Michelangelo, sure, but don't date him.
Yeah, exactly. He is not reliable. Okay.
No.
Yes, you will laugh, but you'll be broke as fuck.
Yeah. He will definitely steal and sell your shoes at some point. Right. Where are we at? Yeah, long. Oh, cool. We've done an hour. That's good. Sorry, I'm not like I've got nowhere to be, so that's.
Oh, actually, I have another podcast to do.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is that yours?
It's 3 of us. We do it together.
Yeah. Is that your Is that your football one still?
No, this one's a Englishman, Irishman, and a Scotsman.
Oh, okay.
And a Scot.
Who's in that?
Oh, they're not comedians. It's a DJ presenter and then a producer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we do that, but it's just a general chat about our 3 different lives.
Yeah. Oh, that must be interesting. Yeah.
It's cool, man. It's nice. It's nice so far.
Yeah.
It's laid back. It's laid back chat.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. That's the kind of podcast I like. Anyway, it's just a laid back chat. Like, something with an agenda is cool, but sort of just have a conversation. Because I like listening to podcasts when I'm driving to gigs, like rather than listen to music. Because I find if I listen to music, like I'll get too relaxed and fall asleep inevitably. Whereas if I listen to a podcast, I feel like I'm involved in a conversation.
You're engaged. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, right. Now, I will bring this up. You played a compere in Casualty.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that shit. Yeah. Oh, fuck my life.
I've not had a lot of comedians who I've been able to check their IMDb page on, but Casualty. How'd that come about?
Basically, the agent I had at the time flopped. Instead of getting me an audition for like a comedy show that I wanted to get on, because she messed it up, she got me Casualty as like a makeup.
Right. Nice.
I didn't want to do it, but she was like, "Well, here's another role because I couldn't get you." It's like that does not make up for the shit you fucked up on before.
Yeah.
And so I did it for the money because I was going up to Edinburgh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's fair. Yeah, you need the financial freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I had a quick Google once I saw it, but what's the Nathan Caton show?
Oh, just like it was a half hour, there was 20-minute pilot of like me doing various characters. Like I played like a young teenager who wanted to be an MC. Who else did I play? Oh, this woman who went on Pimp My Ride.
Oh, okay.
It was basically various characters, which looking back on it now, I wouldn't do it now. I was only like 21 or 22 at the time.
Yeah.
But it was an experience, you know.
Yeah. How old were you when you started then?
19.
Oh, okay. So you've been going quite a while.
Yeah, man, I'm a fucking veteran already, man. 35, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Oh, what's happened to my career?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's it. Like, I saw you at the Cliffs sort of back then when I was doing sound, but I didn't start until 2014, so
okay.
I was a latecomer to it. But I was also thinking about it earlier, and like I wanted to do comedy back then, and I told people that I wanted to do comedy, but a couple of people that I worked with just turned to me and said, "But you're not funny." And I went, "Oh, okay." And that was it.
Oh, no. Don't worry. My family did the same thing to me, so I don't worry.
Yeah. But I was also thinking about it earlier, and I think if I started comedy when I was that age, like I was a bit of a dick then. Like I was just, I was still drinking sort of like 4 times a week and spending 60 quid at a time. So I was just like, I was drunk a lot of the week, and it wasn't a problem, but I was a dick. So I think if I was doing comedy then, I wouldn't have made it to any level of professionalism. So yeah, so it's good. I think in the long run, it's worked out. Nobody knows who I am now, and I haven't got a career, but I'm a better person for it.
You got a great podcast, mate.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, you've not heard the edited version yet. There'll be just 5 minutes. Yeah, cool. You did live at the Apollo twice.
Yeah.
2014,
2016.
Nice. Good. Did you do the same stuff?
No. They go through your material.
Yeah. You have to submit a script, right?
Yeah, or give like bullet points of what you're going to talk about. So.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, no, I had to like go to my set and have it all polished and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And two totally different sets.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Not many people have done that, right?
I don't know. I think a few people have done it twice, maybe.
Yeah, but not that many. Not as many as have done it once. Just take
okay, fine.
Since you put it that way, man. I had no reason to bring that up, really. Just well done. How did you do on Mastermind?
Oh gosh, here we go. All right, so my chosen subject was the Premier League.
Okay.
Right, which 12 out of 12 nailed it.
Nice, good work.
General knowledge, fucking hell, mate, that was embarrassing.
Oh really? What did you finish on? 13?
No, I think I was 16, 17.
Right. Okay, that's not bad.
No, because I was in such a high wave from Premier League. I was like, listen, I'm smart. I know my shit.
Oh, I've
and
got
then I was
this.
like, I don't know shit.
What sort of general knowledge stuff was it? Like really?
Some questions which I should have got, like what condiment is from the town in Lincolnshire called Branston?
Ah, yeah.
And obviously, yeah, pickle.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like, Branston? What the fuck? Is there a town called Branston? And then time went out, and it's like, pickle. I was like, oh yeah, Branston pickle.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what jumped over the moon in the nursery rhyme?
Oh,
and I was like, I don't remember that nursery rhyme at all. I don't know. I can't even remember what the answer was. But whatever I guessed, it was wrong.
Oh, wow. Do you know what? I was hearing that and I was like, that's easy. Is it a cow or is it a spoon?
No, it's not a spoon. I think it was a cow. I think it was a cow.
What's a spoon?
I don't even know myself.
Something ran away with a spoon at some point. That was the thing.
Cat? What was it?
A fork? I don't know. I'll look this up and I'll add it in.
Yeah, I have no idea what it was, but yeah.
Oh, was it? I feel like that may have been the same. That may have been the same nursery rhyme. Cow jumped over the moon.
Yeah.
Something ran away with a spoon.
Yeah, it's the same nursery rhyme. I can't remember what it was.
What's that? A dish. Dish ran away with a spoon.
Oh, okay. See, I don't remember this shit, man. I'm like, they told me.
My fiance knows everything.
I don't remember the nursery rhyme, so yeah, I got that wrong.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Hey, we're the same age, and neither of us knew it, so I think it's okay. Yeah, it's okay not to know things. Good. I think that's a good place to round up. Just some people don't know stuff, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Not everyone has to be like Einstein.
Yeah, absolutely. Where did you come, by the way?
I think I came third, I thought.
Yeah, that's respectable.
Yeah, well, because I was first after the Premier League round, but then after that, it went downhill.
Yeah. That's the problem. If you know too much about one subject, that's what it is. You know so much about the Premier League, but not enough about everything else.
Yeah. Like sports, I've got it on lock. But anything else, I'm like, oh.
That's the it's jack of all trades, master of none. You've gone the other way. You're the master of the Premier League, but no fuck all about anything else. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Right. Well, thanks for coming on, man. It's been really fun.
Oh, cheers for having me, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, and I'll give you a shout when when Matt and I sort out the podcast in peace thing.
Yeah. Well, I might see you at the gig, innit?
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. Well, I mean, even if he doesn't book me for it, then I'll try and pop down anyway.
I will bring the soul tea.
Yeah, and I'll bring all the other tea for you. Which is I think there's a long list. I'll go through. I'll edit it and I'll just write it all down. Write a shopping list.
Cool, man. That's good. That's cool.
Cool. Right. Well, thank you very much for coming on. Thank you everyone for listening. And we'll see you soon. There's gonna be. I do an outro anyway, so they'll hear that.
Cool.
Right. So I'll finish it with saying thanks for coming on, and I'll see you soon.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, man. See you later. Bye. So that was Nathan Caton, a very, very lovely guy indeed. Which is always nice, isn't it? It's nice to have a friendly guest. Not that I've had any guests that I've thought, oh, I didn't like them at the end. Thankfully, everyone's been quite lovely. So, yeah, very, very fortunate that I know some lovely people. I have got some very exciting guests lined up coming up. So there's a lot to look forward to. Some really, really cool guests who have confirmed recently. I'm just sort of waiting to book dates with them, so I can't tell you who it is exactly yet because it's not solid, but it's pretty well confirmed. So yeah, exciting stuff. And if you want to follow Nathan, who obviously we've just been listening to, he is on Twitter. He's at Nathan Caton, NathanCaton, and on Instagram he's Nathan.Caton, which is the same as Twitter but with a dot in the middle. Don't forget to listen. I called you tea drinkers and podcast listeners at the start, and I don't think that's a very catchy name. So if you can think of a better name for what I can call you loyal listeners, get in touch. Let me know. Let me know on Twitter. It's at Tea Party Pod, the letter T Party Pod. On Instagram, Tea Party Pod again, or just chuck me an email. teapartypod@gmail.com. I will respond. Or we could, do you know what? I might start a conversation on the Facebook page. See what everyone wants to be called on there. And I tell you what, get in touch as well. If you're listening to this and you think you've got something interesting to say, then get in touch and I'll book you in because I like to talk. Or just get in touch and I'll talk to you and won't have you on a podcast. Whatever happens. Incidentally, on the note of getting interesting guests, I have got some plans I'm going to have live shows which will involve. I'll do sort of 20-30 minutes, however long we're comfortable with, of stand up at the start, and then we'll get a live set from the guest. I'm imagining will be music, but it could be stand up, I guess, if it's a big enough guest and people are interested, and then we will have the podcast. So I think that's an interesting format, and I think it's a good way to sort of to get people together following the lockdown madness that we've all been going through. So I'll give you further details to that once I've booked anything. I've done nothing for it so far. I've just come up with the idea, which I think sounds good. So yeah, if there's anyone that you want on, any tea that you want to send me, tell you what, send me tea. I'd love to drink your tea If you've got interesting tea, got interesting suggestions of teas, or anyone to get in touch with, just get in touch, let me know. teapartypod@gmail.com. So yeah, Nathan Caton. Nathan Caton is on Twitter, Nathan.Caton Instagram, and his podcasts are Give Me Some Good News, which is available on Apple Podcasts, and also an Englishman, an Irishman, and a Scot, which is what he was discussing a minute ago, on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, by the way. Just search it, Google it. You know how Google works, right? Yeah, Give Me Some Good News and Englishman, Irishman, and Scot. All sounds good. I'm going to give them both a listen when I'm next driving to gigs, because I have time and that's what I like to do. So, I've rambled a little bit. I think I've just sort of forgotten what it's like to talk out loud. So, yeah. Until the next time, tea drinkers and podcast listeners, thanks very much for listening. I love you. Goodbye.